chases down and scores, that can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They go play action with Trubisky. The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked off by Ahkello Witherspoon. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little touchdown.
He's got it at the 2. Hayden Hurst with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll get this quickly out to Claypool. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
To throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky. Completion here to Claypool. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Now a first down carry for Harris. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
It appears they'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be 3rd down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Steps away to his left.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. 13-0 is the score after one on EA Sports. Play action. It's Trubisky. Open man. That's the tight end Freiermuth. And the Steelers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers have now made this a one-score game. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Brandon Wilson to return it. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago. Their 2nd straight victory.
But they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along. And from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively. And this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 41 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. They go play action with Burrow. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Second and 10. A handoff to Mixon. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3. Here's Burrow. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Wilson now on the return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
at their own 23-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford just...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
They go play action. Trubisky. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Now Trubisky to throw. He'll air this one out deep for Sims. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. The return man, Wilson. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 58 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
There you go.
Now Joe Mixon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his second extra point here in the first half. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And got his man complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
It's brought in by Harris. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
To throw again on second down, Trubisky.
That's complete to his tight end flyer move.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
On third down, Trubisky. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
But no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. He's going to let it go again. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. This taken in at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the...
Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. The 30, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. Now, that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And what was impressive to me is not just how much he wanted it, but how he fashioned it. I mean, he was shedding tacklers left and right, evading tacklers left and right, and when you think about the energy it takes to ward guys off, that's really impressive. He still managed to keep his balance and turn this into a fantastic run.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
On 2nd and 11 now, Trubisky. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down.
Right side, Claypool's got it.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. On 2nd down, it's Harris. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Oh, that's a very good run there by Najee Harris, who can take it inside. He can get to the perimeter. He can do it all with his build and his speed. This is a guy coming out of Alabama who did everything for the Crimson Tide. That's why Pittsburgh took him in the 1st round. Last in the league in rushing as a team last year were the Steelers. They're expecting Harris to kickstart their running game. Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Akella Witherspoon.
And the Bengals are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their 35-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Bengals. Hayden Hurst with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
Zach Taylor's made the decision. They'll go for 2 here. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it.
Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
Gunnar Olszewski bringing it out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. From the 24, Trubisky. That's complete to the former Aggie, Jay Sternberger.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
On first down, it's Harris. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Oh, he fakes a spike. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands. And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Now Trubisky on first down. Dancing to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Sam Hubbard able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. They'll set up to throw. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Odell Beckham, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Boswell good with the extra point as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
Steelers 24.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now it's Wilson.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Back to Mixon on second down.
He stiff arms him, and they're able to get this one across the 35.
146 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Looking deep downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown.
Ja'Marr Chase
with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year.
And the Bengals are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is up to 15 now.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now it's Trubisky. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
2nd down and 8.
Play action. Now Trubisky. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Sam Hubbard in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here we go. It's Trubisky on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Bengals.
If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there.
And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. It's a jet sweep. Trubisky pops it forward. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They go play action with Trubisky. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. A first throw for the backup Haskins.
The throw for Claypool is intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
151 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. And they go play action now. Burrow. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this one is incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule. If someone does it to them,